Hello Vlogmas and welcome to my channel. Today is December 1st and I'm walking back from my chiropractor appointment. We've got some time. Today is going to be more of a casual vlog. I'm just going to talk with you guys, and the working title is Planning Vlogmas. The goal I have in mind is to walk and talk, plan Vlogmas with you guys, and you can see my thought process and I can catch you up with what's going on with my life, because there's been a lot and I've missed you all. I just released my Adventures of a Nomad film slash vlog, and it's been really cool seeing all the comments and all of the praise I've gotten for it. But then there's always that question of what is next for me? And for me, I'm not too sure. You know, Vlogmas is here now and I don't really have a solid plan. I've got concepts of an idea, but other than that, there isn't really anything to, I guess, execute yet. This is supposed to be a time where I'm forced to be creative, and I think that's a really great way to go about creativity. I don't think it's right to wait for creativity and inspiration to strike you. You just kind of have to constantly be practicing it, and then eventually it will come to you. And that's kind of the sort of philosophy that I'm going about, especially with filming this right now, because to be honest, I haven't really picked up the camera since I ended my Adventures of a Nomad vlog, and it's been a minute. It's been a long minute. I've gone back down to amateur level with vlogging, and that's okay, because we got to start somewhere, right? Then again, I do feel like there is a lot more pressure to make a more cohesive quality story than just like taking you around. And therefore, if I am going to take you around, I might as well commit to it and just like go full force on the sort of casual vlog. And then when I am on that sort of like planned out, scripted sort of vlog, that will be fully planned out and scripted and fleshed out, you know? Speaking of which, I guess that leads me to my first idea, which is that this coming Thursday is First Thursdays in San Francisco. And my idea for this vlog is to highlight the event. I remember going for my first time for First Thursdays and just seeing the wonders of it, just seeing how many people like were thriving there and wanting to highlight that event. I think it'd be really cool to interview strangers as well as like show what's going on in this event, because it is such a fun event. It's a block party with free music, lots of foods, thrifting, and it's just such a beautiful like environment to be a part of. And I think a highlight of what makes San Francisco such a great city to live in, because of this monthly First Thursday event. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about as I am saying it, which is why like someone needs to cover this event, and it's got to be me. Currently recovering from a sinus infection, so if I sound very nasally, that is exactly why. It has not been an easy time. I actually recently rewatched a video that I made when I was in high school talking about my disease. That's what the title was called for Vlogmas. It's an unlisted video. It's a Vlogmas Day 2 video. And I am in high school and I'm talking about how I had just started recovering from whooping cough. And it was like not going well. And I was still stressed about like having to upload and edit the next vlogs. I'm like really stressed about it. And it's like, some things never change. You're still that same guy with just like more gadgets and more freedom, but nothing, you're at the core, you're still the same guy. And it's nice to know, and it's also kind of like, well, do better, Tristan, do better. When it comes to planning out this vlog for highlighting First Thursdays, I definitely need a crew. I want someone to film for me. I can't just go in like and improvise everything. Like I want to get everything and I want to plan it all out. I think I need to like write on Notion like the sort of introduction especially, and what sort of B-roll I'm looking for, what sort of anticipated highlights and events that I will be getting into. I want to do a section where I'm interviewing people too. So I need questions for that. The sort of big thing that I want to cover, that I want to lead up to, is DJ Mandy's like set, because she is doing a free concert. And I saw her in Outside Lands, which is super cool, but like that is, I feel like, what everyone is like excited for, you know, First Thursdays. And like because of that, I want to like, I don't know, I want to see if I can get a picture with her for the thumbnail. But I also want to see like what more I can do with this event, what strangers I can meet, what sort of shenanigans I can get up to. Like I want to get some crazy shit going down, you know? And that is what my First Thursday experience ideally will be like. It takes a lot of planning, and I think I just need to sit down and think about it. And then on top of that, like my sickness, I don't feel like I have the energy to do so. Like walking right now is already taking a lot in me. I'm probably gonna have to take like a nap after I get back home. And that is just to give you like the gist of how low energy I feel. And it's also freezing here in First Thursday. Also gotta plan out an outfit and my crew. Who's gonna be my crew? I don't really know too many people in San Francisco, but I've got an idea of the people I can reach out to. So we'll see. So the next thing that I want to do, I would consider this, I guess, like chapter 2 of these events, is a solo camping trip. And I am even more scared of this than I am with this sort of First Thursday. I feel like First Thursday is very low stakes. If I don't get the footage, if I don't get it right, that's okay, you know? But with this camping trip, I haven't gone camping in a long time, and I have never gone on a solo camping trip, and therefore it could be very dangerous, especially with the winter and my health. Like, I don't know if I can do it. And yet there's a part of me that really wants to push myself and aim to do it for myself, because I think there's a part of me that really wants to prove that I am an independent, individual, human man, and I'm capable of such things. It has been like a lifelong dream for me to take like a solo trip out to New Zealand. And I have been so scared to like take that risk. And I think going on a camping trip on my own is very low stakes compared to a solo trip to New Zealand. And so I'm trying to work my way up there. That being said, it still is pretty high stakes. And I think the next way I can work my way up to it is by going on like a solo hiking trip. Because that, like, you know, it doesn't require you to stay the night. And if I hike like a significant amount of distance, I feel like that counts as a step closer towards a camping trip. But I definitely want to try and aim to do this in December, if not soon, because I am currently unemployed slash freelancing, and I want to take advantage of this time because sooner or later, like, I'm gonna get tied down to a job, and that will be a really great thing for my stability and my mental health and my consciousness. But at the same time, it will be the end of the freedom that I have right now to be able to go on a walk all the way to my chiropractor, which is an hour. Did I mention that It is an hour-long walk. And I walked here in the morning in the freezing cold when the sun wasn't even out, and it's still cold, but it's a lot less cold. And I tried vlogging and it kind of just did not work for me. But like I said, you gotta practice, you just gotta get your reps in so that you can get more used to it. Another thing that I've been working on is Attaboy, as you guys probably know. It is the film that I've been working on for the past year. Attaboy is a film directed and written by Rocco Sanabria, one of my homies, and produced by me. And it's a film about a trans boy who really has to fight his family to make a stance for his identity. It's a film that is very personal to Rocco, but also myself, because it's taught me so much about what it means to be trans, but also like what it means to be a filmmaker and how to go about this entire process. And so for that, I'm very thankful for Attaboy, as well as New York, because without this film, I don't think I would have seen the beauty of what New York City has to offer. And now I do. And I know I don't live there right now, but I do want to move there eventually, when the time is right. For me, as the god of my own life, I don't think the time is right just yet. I think I still have a lot to do out here in San Francisco before I'm ready to move to New York. What is it, you ask, that I need to do out here in San Francisco? I'll tell you. New York is a very expensive city. And if I'd moved to New York, I would be living in a place where it would be a lot easier to pay for rent because I'd be living with Rocco and his family. However, the privilege I have here in San Francisco is so great because I don't have to pay for rent at all. And that gives me the freedom to take the creative risks that I take right now, which is acting in films and auditioning and not having to feel like I have to be desperate about the roles that I get. And I can be more selective about the positions that I take, which is really great as an artist. I don't want to be here forever, but I do recognize how amazing it is. And I also live so close to Los Angeles, so close, where it's like a 6-hour drive. If someone needs me, I can always go there. And, you know, I've said this a million times in a million different ways. With that sort of money that I am able to save up, I'm able to afford for lessons. What lessons, you may ask? It's for music, that's right. I'm studying music right now. I'm taking piano lessons and it's been a really great time. I've created 2 songs. They are shit, they are total dog poop. And yet I'm very proud of myself because I've come so far in the past 3 months since I decided to fully stay here and not move to San Francisco. And because of that, I think there's a lot that I can gain from this point in time of just being a student and not feeling like if I were in New York or LA, I would have to be good at what I do already. This is a period where I can really develop who I am as an artist. And I think, you know, either way, whatever journey life takes me on, I will make the most out of it. But I do think that being here in San Francisco is a very important time for me, especially because of what's going on with my body. I'm not just talking about my sinus infection. I'm talking about my hips and my back and my feet and my knees. I have arthritis, guys. At 24, I have arthritis and I have a hip impingement. I have back problems and I have knee problems. And My suspicion is that it comes from my extreme flat feet, which I am now working on. I just talked to my chiropractor and I'm about to make a very hefty purchase for some very custom insoles to correct my posture of my very, very flat feet. My chiropractor was like, damn, when he saw the scan, he was like, that's the worst feet I've ever seen. And I was like, yeah, I've known I had bad flat feet. And then he was like, well, there you go. That's like the cause of your hip issues and your back issues and everything. And I was like, wait, that makes so much sense. I don't know why I didn't put two and two together, because my feet holds everything. With my bad posture and my bad flat feet, everything crumbles. Everything crumbles. And my whole body is crumbling right now. Thank God I didn't go to New York just yet, because now I have the time to use my health insurance, get my chiropractor. I've been doing acupuncture. I started that. That has been a process. I don't know how I am making it work. It's very confusing. And at the same time, I'm taking whatever measures I can for my health. And then, yeah, getting these arches and stuff, it's a lot that I'm really pushing to try out. And I'm proud of myself for focusing on my health. When I get nursed back into, I guess, not having a sinus infection, hopefully by tomorrow or Wednesday, I will start going to the gym again. And that will be fun as well, because I have not gone to the gym in a long time. And that's why I've been walking a lot, because I've been trying to stay active, but not push myself too much. And I think that walking is a really great way to get your body moving, exercise, and yeah. Been also kind of addicted to my phone and social media and screens, electronics. So I think by walking, it kind of forces me out of it, and gives me that sort of dopamine detox. Did I say dopamine? Dopamine. Another thing I wanted to add is that while I do smoke weed, I have been 3 weeks sober. And the reason why I am sober is because I realized that there was a lot that I really want to get done for this month of Vlogmas, that I really needed to prioritize my health and my productivity, because I can be as creative as I want, but at the end of the day, if I don't execute those ideas, that is on me, because I didn't have the energy to try. And I don't know why my body decided to be sick in the weeks that I've decided to be sober, but maybe it was a blessing and maybe it's balancing it out, because had I continued to not be sober in this moment, I don't know if I would be alive today. Does that make any sense? I feel like it makes sense to me, because imagine me being high and sick. I don't know if my body would be able to handle that. I think I would just be deceased by now. So I guess my mind saw it coming from a mile away that I was gonna get sick. And yeah, things could be worse, is I guess what I'm trying to say. It is getting a lot more sunnier, which is great. It was so much colder this morning, so yeah, I'm getting very hungry. We're almost home. Thank God, we're 5 blocks away. And because of that, when I get home, I'm gonna cook something. Don't know what, probably just frozen rice from Trader Joe's. And I'm gonna chow down and take a mini break, see what I can do. Definitely gonna take a shower, because Look at how chopped I look right now. I'm gonna start planning out my Vlogmas, and then I'm gonna look through this footage, see if there's something I can actually put together. If not, you know, this vlog will be scrapped, and that's okay. It doesn't mean it went for nothing. Like I have said, it's about getting those reps in and pushing that sort of creativity, getting myself out of that comfort zone, vlogging in public. I think I've achieved all of those things. And because of that, I feel good about it. It doesn't have to be monumental. It just has to be a part of the process. And I just have to trust the process. So, yeah. Sicky Tristan is still trying, and that is all we can ask for. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this rest of my walk in silence, but it was really nice talking to you. I'll see you in the next one.